Hey friends, it's Pastor Teresa, and I'm looking forward to Sunday worship. And our district superintendent, Reverend Laura Merrill, will be our guest preacher. Hey, Laura.
Hey, Teresa.
So good to see you. Thanks for saying yes and being with us in worship.
Well, thank you for the invitation. It's a special place, and I'm glad to get to be with you.
Great. Well, as most of you know, Reverend Laura Merrill is no stranger to University UMC. Her father served as pastor there years ago. And again, we're glad to have you. One of the things that Laura and I did years ago together was read a book by Margaret Wheatley called Who Do We Choose to Be? And this is kind of what I'm basing our sermon series in January around. Last week was choosing joy and service. And Laura, I wondered if you wanted to share just a quick word about what you'll be bringing us this Sunday in worship.
Sure. Yeah, that I'm going to be preaching on the, Jesus's question to his disciples, who do you say that I am? Jesus's questions are always loaded, and so there's a lot to look at. I think one of the things that impresses me about, or I don't know, it just sort of deepens or sharpens the moment that the book that Wheatley talks about, the moment that we're living in. She really is convinced in a way that not everyone agrees with, and I think she's convinced that the crisis moment around us that we keep waiting to pass, that we keep hoping that if we just work a little harder, things will get better. She's convinced that that's not going to happen. It's an interesting take on our current day, and there are certain folks who read her book and don't agree with that assessment. But the fact is, it certainly feels that way, and there is a lot that's difficult in the day that we're living. A lot that we kind of, especially those of us of a certain age, we look around and just like, how do people act like this? How did we get where we are? And her statement that really the way forward for people of principle and value is to just choose to be kind and generous and creative, to choose to create places where that's cultivated, and to choose a life that privileges that kind of purpose. And so, Jesus calls us to hard things sometimes, but it's an interesting kind of juxtaposition or conversation between those two voices. So it's a little bit of that. I'm not sure that that's exactly what I'm going to be saying on Sunday, but it's certainly in that neighborhood, I guess.
Well, we're so excited to have you. We'll see you online at our YouTube service that premieres at 11 a.m. Sunday the 23rd, or in person in the sanctuary at 11 a.m. See you there, Laura.
Thanks. Looking forward to it.
Bye-bye.